Okay, hello and welcome to Science for Today. We are going over the homework from yesterday and then we're gonna do a couple new things. Okay, so hopefully you have out the pages that you were working on yesterday and a green pen, please. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I made up this nice little PowerPoint for us. Okay, so first page. Alrighty. Okay. Ooh, pen. Yes. Okay. So you have to say what phase of the moon this is. We did this one together. So this one, the sun is shining on the moon here, so we're not able to see it. So that means it is a new moon. Okay. Oh, this might be actually kind of slow for me to type. Oh yeah, discard. Okay. So the moon for this one is a new moon. Come on. New moon. Okay, so the whole thing would be completely black. Okay. So you could draw on this and show, I should probably use black. Okay, for the whole entire thing being completely black. Okay, we cannot see any of it. Okay. Good. Okay. The next one is, so the moon is going this way, right? Counterclockwise. So that means that we are able to see a half moon. So remember, it's growing from the right-hand side. So that means this part is light, and then this part would be dark, okay? So then this part of the moon would be first quarter. Okay, first quarter. First quarter. Right on? Okay, next one is this one. Okay, so again, we have the sun here. The moon is moving this direction. So this is going to be a waxing crescent. Okay, and then that means again, okay, I'm just gonna go to this one first since my typer's up. Then I'll draw this in a minute. So it should be black on this side and then light on the right-hand side, okay? You can even kind of just check that you have that correct. Quicker than me drawing it. Okay, the next one is, so the moon is moving here. So the sun here, so it's going like this. It's in the first phase, so we know it is growing. So it's waxing gibbous. Okay, because it's still getting larger. So again, we would have light on this side, and then this little portion right here where I have my mouse would be dark in color. That would be the part that we still cannot quite see, right? Because the light is lit up all here, but we're just missing this little part here from Earth. Okay, next parts, this one. Okay, so here the sun is shining directly onto the moon. So this should be a full moon. Whole thing would be bright. And then this one, we have the moon is going this way, right? So this would now be in the lower phase. So it's waning and then gibbous. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. Okay, so then, oh, sorry, I should have showed this. Okay, what the picture should have looked like. So you should have 2 check marks for each of them if you draw it correctly, and then also if you have it labeled correctly. So this one, we now would have it disappearing. So this would be a little bit black here, okay? And then the rest would be, no wait, that's wrong. Sorry, a little bit of black here, okay? Because now it's getting darker from the right-hand side. So I'll just draw this. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so we know it's now pretty much all full, right? Except it's getting darker on this side. Okay, so this is how you should have drawn as a waning gibbous. Okay, alrighty, next page, here we go, is the answers to this one. Okay, so this might have caused a little bit of confusion, but yeah, these are the correct answers. So the moon is almost directly between the sun and Earth, which is the start of the cycle. So you should have had C, or you could have J. Okay, moon is almost between the sun and earth, so the cycle starts again. So basically it's asking the same question, so either of those would be correct. A bit of sunlight side of the moon shows, with the sunlight side being on the right. So we know it is growing from the right. So that should be a waxing crescent. 2 weeks have passed since the new moon. We can see the entire face of the moon shining. That would be a full moon. The moon is 3/4 of the way around Earth, so that would be a last quarter moon. The moon is 1/4 of its way around the Earth, so that would be first quarter. A bit of the sunlight side of the moon shows, so that's going to be a crescent, since it says a bit of the sunlit side shows, so it's crescent, with the left side, with the light side being on the left, so that means it is a waning crescent because it's getting smaller and it's on the left hand side. The moon is between full moon and last quarter, so that should be between full moon and last quarter, so that should be a waning gibbous, A or I, and then the moon is increasing in light between the first quarter and the full moon, so that would be a waxing gibbous, H. The moon is decreasing in light between a full moon and a last quarter. So that means it's a waning crescent. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. Next, dun dun dun. This page you do not have in your book, I do not believe. So I'm going to, this is going to be your task for today, which is on Seesaw. Okay, due tomorrow. I'll go over the questions. I'll go over the answers tomorrow. But we don't actually, no, I'm just going to post the answers. So this will just be in Seesaw. We're not going to be doing a science class tomorrow because this is sort of the last little bit that we're doing. And yeah, okay, so you have to say the phase and then you have to say what order it would happen. So let's just start with this one. The phase of this one would be new moon and the order would be 1. Okay, so this should be your starting place as new moon and 1. Then you can go from there. Okay, alrighty. Now, bonus. This is going to be, if you do this, then you would be getting a bonus mark, which would be bumped onto the mark on the Show What You Know next week for application. Okay, so and basically if you do this, it's pretty much guaranteed to bump you up. Say you're at like a RA, it's guaranteed to bump you up to a CA. Okay, so moon phase product, but keep in mind it is optional, it's bonus. Okay, so if you don't want to do this, you can just kind of press exit now. So this is your task. Make a model of the moon, earth, and sun that demonstrates the sequence of the events in the lunar cycle. You will relate and represent the positions of the earth, moon, and sun during the recognized moon phases, which are here already given to you. The phases are first quarter, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Alrighty, so here are some examples of what this could look like. So this is what you possibly could do. Okay, so you show everything, but you'd also need to have it labeled. This is not really super clear. This one, the student used Oreo cookies, which is kind of cool to make this model. So they cut off, I guess, the icing to show each of them, and they have them labeled, okay? And also the positions. Same thing here. This one is actually is really blurry, but it's a really good one because they have how the sun looks from like an outer space view here, and then what it looks like if we're on Earth, we're Bob on Earth looking at the moon. Okay, this is a really good one, and they also have it labeled, which you can't really tell, but those what the label says. This one's also cool, where you have like Earth being you, looking at the moon, and then we have the sun. So it doesn't need to be to scale, don't worry. This is none of these are to scale, so don't worry about that at all. Yeah, and then this would show what each of them is, and then she has a little viewer here of what you would see when your head is turning around to each of those angles. Okay, so this is optional. As I have said, you do not have to do it. If you do choose to do this, or if you would like to do this, then it's going to be bonus as an application mark. And yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. I did this with the class not last year, but the year before when I was teaching with Mr. Devone. And there were kids who thought of really cool things beyond just like Oreo cookies. Maybe people used like old CDs that they had made that they had from before that they were okay to color in, or they even just like got coasters and then used those, or made little discs, kind of like whatever, or like, I don't know, ping pong balls or whatever. I know I don't want people to like go to the store to get anything. That's like 100% not the point. Yeah, so it's just like kind of meant to be fun if you want to do this. And this would be due on Monday, which is the same day as our Show What You Know. So you can just like post a picture of this onto our science wall, because it'd be really cool to see what everybody does. And then, yeah, it's like an automatic bonus point, which could be helpful. So up to you guys. You do not have any science class tomorrow other than just handing in the this item. Okay, and then I will give you guys feedback, or Miss Jean and Lee will give you guys feedback on Edmodo. Okay, that is it. See you soon for social.